Welcome back to Meet Us in the Ring. It's been a hot minute. How you doing, Maddie?
I'm here, girl. you know. Oh, you
Well,
know.
we're gonna have a chill episode today. Just talk about leading up to WrestleMania. We are 2 weeks out. I mean, technically less than 2 weeks till we're in Vegas.
Crazy.
But this has just been like the longest road to WrestleMania, and like I can't keep up at this point.
Yeah. What up, Nas? I see my boy Nas in here. He was asking if we were going live today.
We
Uh
are, we are. We're here. I know
boy
we took
Nas.
off last week, but we're back, and I've missed you so much.
Girl, I know. I had texted Mary and I'm like, after my shift, I had the worst shift, girl. I didn't even tell you about it, but like everybody called out, girl. It was just
Oh
me.
no.
And the place was packed. And your girl was stressed. But let me tell y'all something. I made more than my rent that day, so the pain was worth it.
Period.
Snap, snap, snap. But never again.
Absolute period.
Never again.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
that's not
texted Mary. I'm
ideal.
like, girl, I'm going to bed when I come home. I'm so sorry.
And I was like, it's okay, girl. I was having really bad anxiety that day because I was on like day 2 of a severe, actually I was on day 1 of a severe hangover. Oh wait, no.
Oh
Day
Lord.
2. Day 2. Uh yeah, last Friday, not like 2 days ago, but like last Friday. Yeah, your girl thought she was 22 for some reason instead of 31. So it was not great. I bought a round of shots. It was a hot mess.
I can't do
Yeah,
shots. I can't do shots. I don't do that.
I realize I need to stop doing them.
I'll literally throw up everywhere. So let's not do that in Vegas. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be doing that. So,
Nope. It is raining, so my internet may be spotty, so let's hope for the best.
oh, okay. I was like, maybe that's why it was a little glitchy, but it also could be me because I have Let me just say, I have terrible Wi-Fi, guys. I'm sorry. That just
Girl, me
is what it
too.
is.
I pay
Don't know
$50
if
a
you can
month for it to
tell.
go out every other day.
Really quick, I raided my bookshelf. Isn't it cute?
I'm not gonna
Well,
lie, girl, it kinda looks the same as
Paul's
before,
shelf
but
is up there. Don't worry about it.
it does look good.
Well,
It just looks
these two are different. This one's the same.
it does look a different. You're right. Okay, yeah.
Still got my lunchbox in the corner right there.
Who we got? We got Maggie, we got Cap, we got Eric, we got Junior, June, we got Tyler, Leo, Trey, Anthony, obviously
We got all the
Nas,
peeps in the
we got all
chat.
the peeps, and we got Christopher, and we got Mary's
Question,
brother.
guys. Yep. By the way, like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast if you haven't already. Make sure to follow us on TikTok and Instagram. Should I bring this lunchbox to Vegas?
For why?
I don't know, as like an accessory. Because I have like,
Mm,
so obviously I'm bringing my Tiffy Time briefcase, and then I am bringing a like WWE. It looks like the belt, but it's like a drink holder. You know what I'm talking about?
what? What?
Girl, I'll
Mary's
have to
ready to
show you. I'll
party,
send you
guys.
I'll send you a picture. Hey, when we go to Vegas, it's you know,
I hope
that's what we
Vegas
do,
got
and
that
that's why
good
we're there.
stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I can't. Oh, there'll be plenty
uh,
on Fremont Street. Don't you worry.
then we'll go straight there. Okay.
If anyone
Oh
has
my.
ever been to Fremont Street, it is a hot mess. At least the last time I went, I literally like did not have a good time. But I mean, I think there's a wrestling show that we might go to down there. So we'll see. But
Oh yeah.
uh what are you looking forward to most for that weekend? Besides seeing me.
I was on dead ass. I was honestly gonna be like just hanging out with you. I'm just looking forward to having some good laughs with some good friends. Like seriously, and that's just I could use a break, and who else to
Aw.
take a break with? Because I really am a workaholic. For those who don't know, and I'm just looking forward to hanging out with my girl and hanging out with Jonathan, and we're gonna have a great time. So honestly, like I'm more excited to see y'all than WrestleMania itself, and we're gonna talk about why
Aw.
eventually. But
Yeah.
like I'm excited. I haven't been to Vegas since I was 21, so
What was that? Like 3 years ago?
yeah, it's not that long ago, but like still.
last time I was there was when I injured myself. So
Oh Lord.
do you remember when I
I remember you
busted my
talking about
ribs?
that. Yeah.
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 So that's okay.
Oh my god.
I've had more good experiences than bad, so it evens out.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
By the way, P.S. If you can hear a chihuahua barking in the background, it's like in somebody in a different building, but they're just very
Good
loud and it's
Lord.
very echoey. So
Ugh.
sorry.
I can't hear it, so
But
you're good.
oh, okay, good. Well, shall we get started?
Let's get started.
Let's get started. Okay, first of all, let's talk about Miss Charlotte Flair and Miss Tiffany Stratton because it's getting messy over there on SmackDown. And as much as like I love Tiffany, she's getting ate up as the champion, and it's not good.
Not this Friday. Not this past Friday.
Well, well, yeah, she went a little below the belt because they went off script. Um,
Yeah.
did you watch the whole thing?
Unfortunately, yeah, I did.
Yeah. So if anyone did not see it, Tiffany and Charlotte were going back and forth, and then Tiffany brought up uh Charlotte's impending divorce to Andrade and
Yeah.
saying like, "Oh, you're just like your dad, getting divorced like 0-3," and I was like, "Oh gosh." And then Charlotte comes back and says, "Oh, that's why Ludwig's in my DMs," and I'm like,
That was the worst response ever too. But like I
"Girl!" And his tweet, did you see it? Ludwig was like, girl, no." But yeah, apparently that was very off script, which and listen, I feel like for some reason it's only ever a problem when women do it, but when men go off script and like say things below the belt, nobody cares. But as soon as like women do it, all of a sudden it's like this big
unprofessional.
issue.
Yeah. It's like, do you
Yeah.
guys know how often Seth and Punk go off script? Like, please, let's.
Well, but like, do we not remember the Usos bringing up Xavier Woods' tape?
Yeah, that was
Do we
really
not remember things like that?
that was really uncalled for, and it kind of irritates me that nobody talks about how uncalled for that was.
Yeah,
But whatever.
yeah. But back to Charlotte and Tiffany.
Yeah.
Um, are you interested in this feud at all?
No.
I'm not either, and it's
Nope.
so unfortunate because I really thought that this was gonna have so much potential. Like we were all begging for this. Oh, Tiffany versus Charlotte, it's gonna be such a great match. Which in
It
the
probably
ring,
will
it
be.
is. Yeah, it's going to be. You know, fingers crossed. But the back and forth, the promo battles, like it's just not. It's not hitting like it's supposed to,
No.
which is so devastating.
I
I
just
really
like
thought they were gonna eat.
they're also just not like, I mean, it's not even fully them. Like Triple H lately to me has been showing that he just doesn't care about women's wrestling very much and just kind of finally showing those true colors.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people are dogging on Charlotte. Let me stick up for her for a second. I felt really bad for her because
Yeah.
she's going through it right now in her personal life, and she comes out and she, like, in that moment, I think just really wanted some kind of support, but unfortunately, she's getting booed, which, like, I'm not going to blame the crowd for booing her. She's like
Yeah.
technically the heel in this situation. They're going to do it. And I think that just really threw her off for once.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's just like, oh, and then I don't know who went off script first. Well, it
I
probably
don't
was
remember.
Charlotte, to be honest, because she's kind of known for that. And then Tiffany said what she said, which I don't think Tiffany should have said that. And I think Charlotte has every right to be upset about that. However, I understand Tiffany, and I tweeted about this in a sense because, like, Charlotte interrupting her the whole time that last
Mm-hmm.
promo, and then Tiffany also just being booked to look so weak by, like, Triple H. I can
Mm-hmm.
understand why she's so angry, but also, you know, girlie's supposed to be sporting girlies here, and I wouldn't really, that's just not something you bring up. And now people are like, oh, Charlotte's getting divorced again. Like, it's not our business. And also, okay, let's not bring that up. But like, I feel for her. And yeah, she got divorced a third time. Who cares? Like, she's still a human being. She's still on her journey of life. She's still learning. She thought she found her person, and it
Mhm.
wasn't her person. So what? We move on. She's going to move on. She's going to bounce back. But I think the fact that everyone's ripping her to shreds for it is just really crazy. And I hate to say it, and maybe some people hearing this are going to roll their eyes. If it was a man, they would not be doing that.
But not even that. It's just that, like, if you really think about it, if it was a normal person who was getting divorced 3 times, that's like one thing. But someone who is in this industry, in the spotlight, like, it's hard to have a relationship. That's why
Yeah.
so many times people either don't, or a lot of times the relationships don't work out because there's so much stress involved. There's so much travel. There's so much emotional toll. There's so much physical toll. Like, there's just so many variables. And it's hard to be a wrestler in a relationship. Like, we've seen
Yeah.
that throughout history, like, to this point. But it's just, it's frustrating to me that, they're like getting all this heat for going off script, but like we said, other people have done it. I mean, when not Charlotte, when Ronda and Nikki were having their feud leading up to Evolution, Ronda made some comments that should not have been made, but they were because it was building heat for the match. So,
Yeah.
to be fair, I mean, this could be a good thing. It's giving people something to talk about for this match. Triple H wanted them to fight for attention. Well, here it is. Here it
Uh,
is.
yeah. I want to bring this up because I completely disagree with this. I don't think Charlotte went too far by bringing up Ludwig at all, because this is right after Tiffany
Yeah.
was like, "Hey, you just got divorced 3 times, LOL." Like, obviously, Charlotte's gonna
Yeah.
clap back, and it's kind of have every right to. So no, I don't think she went far. And besides, all she said was, "He's in my DMs," which he's obviously not. And I think she was just kind of like, let me say, her voice was shaking when she said that too, like, because she was so thrown off by that.
Yeah,
Is she
you
better
could
than
tell
me?
she definitely wanted to get the last word in. And like
Yeah.
Tiff leaving the ring, just like walking away kind of ruined it for me, but they were probably, well, short on time.
I think
So,
that was Tiffany.
um
That was like Tiffany's defense mechanism. She's like, this is going to shit. Let me nip this
yeah,
in the bud. I'm leaving.
let me
Charlotte
go.
better than me, because Tiffany, if that was me, Tiffany would not have rolled out of that ring with both legs. I'm so sorry. Like, I would have been throwing hands. Charlotte better than me.
But
Um,
also, like, think about all the times that Becky has gotten comments about her and Seth, or Seth has gotten comments about Becky, like, oh, your wife is better than you, or like whatever else. It's like
yeah,
people talk about people's significant others when they're in the wrestling business. Like, sometimes that's just like, that's gonna happen. So, I mean, I'm glad that they're at least getting some attention. Do you believe in the any publicity is good publicity?
absolutely not. No, I do not believe in that. And then as content creators, like, we're not famous,
Yeah.
obviously, but like,
No,
if we have a
no.
following, then it's, but I don't know. I have a big mouth, so I'm always yapping about politics or something that I don't, Logan Paul, but
Mhm.
this was a messy segment.
Yeah,
And
it was
honestly, after
messy.
watching it, I understand, like, I don't know. I'm just like in the middle, because I understand both
Yeah.
women. I feel for both women, but I just kind of wanted to give Charlotte a hug, because I feel like that girl just needs a hug, man. She's
And I
going through it.
watched I watched her interview. She was on,
Yeah.
I don't remember what show it was, but I watched her
Sherry,
interview.
what's her
Yeah,
name? Sherry?
Sherry.
Yeah, Sherry, yeah.
And I did kind of feel for her. You could see her getting kind of choked up and like a little teary-eyed,
Yeah.
talking about it, and the fact that she really doesn't want to be compared to her dad. Like, I get that,
Yeah.
as someone who has had a strained relationship, with a parent, like, you don't want to be compared to them when you're trying your best,
Yeah.
like, and yet people are still comparing you. Like, it hurts. So,
Absolutely.
you know how I feel about like her booking and like everything else and the nepotism, whatever, blah blah blah, X, Y, and Z. But I still feel for her because I can relate to her in that type of situation. So this is the one time probably y'all will see me defending Charlotte Flair.
I mean, this comment is crazy to me, because, like, obviously,
Everyone has beef.
if you're gonna get up there and be like, haha, you got divorced 3 times, like, that's dead wrong. You're dead wrong for doing that. And I don't think, like, I don't know. What was Charlotte even saying to Tiffany before that was brought up. She said she was making fun of her voice or something.
Yeah,
Like,
she was just making fun of her voice.
is that really grounds for bringing up a divorce? No, it's not. So yes, I feel bad for Charlotte, but if you had watched what I had said before, I also feel and understand where Tiffany's coming from because of how she's being booked so terribly. So I actually originally was like, go off Tiffany, and I still kind of am, but I don't know. I feel like Tiffany's anger is more pointed to should be more pointed towards Triple H in a way.
You know, I think that's just all we can say about it, really, is just the match. I think it's going to be very good if they can get their chemistry like to where it needs to be.
They don't kill each other.
As far as the promos, they just aren't. They just aren't. But
it's just so disappointing.
You know who is killing it though? And I am so unbelievably excited for this match. Naomi and Miss Jade Cargill. Oh my gosh.
It's official.
Listen, they are doing what Charlotte and Tiffany needed to be.
Yeah.
And I love that we're having two women of color in a non-title match in a match at WrestleMania, because when has that been a thing? Like, I'll wait, it's like I am so unbelievably excited, and Naomi is doing some of her best character work that she has done in so long. I think that Jade has gotten better with just her delivery. Like, hopefully, in ring she'll be better than she was before. I think she will be. Does this match have a stipulation or anything? Do you know? I can't
that I know of. No, I'm fine if it doesn't. Like,
I wish it did though. I wish it did.
I mean,
I wish it had something. Like, I don't know. I just want this match to be all of the beautiful chaos that it can be.
Yeah. I'm so excited for this match. I'm so happy for both ladies. And dare I say, Naomi should win.
Period. I agree.
Naomi should win.
I mean, we're gonna do our predictions next week, but I do think that Naomi should win this match, which would obviously be unfortunate for Jade, but they're clearly already trying to build Jade versus Charlotte with their little stare down. And like the fact that got more like attention than Charlotte and Tiffany, it's so frustrating because everybody wants Charlotte and Jade too. But it's like, we're seeing how this is going. I don't know. But Naomi is doing so incredible. All of her ring gear lately has just been like eaten.
So good.
I am so excited for this. Like, I think that's gonna be the match that I'm gonna be like probably losing my voice for the most.
Yeah, honestly, maybe same.
Like, who do you think they're gonna have to win? I mean, like, we're gonna do this later, but I just want to know.
Probably Jade.
Yeah.
Which sucks. Like, I feel like they should have Naomi win and then maybe run it back at WrestleMania Backlash, and maybe you can have Jade win then, like something like, but with a stipulation, have at WrestleMania Backlash, have Jade win there. But I just feel like Naomi deserves something, so.
Yeah. And all of the fan art that I'm seeing on Instagram, like, has just been so good.
Yeah.
Have you seen them?
Yeah, very cool, especially with the caution gear that Naomi wore.
Yeah, I love it. I love that Naomi is getting the spotlight because I think that's what it should have been when she initially came back, and now we're there. We're finally there. Let's see.
It's awesome.
Tyler said we have Jay versus Naomi, we have Bianca, Io, Rhea, Tiffany, Charlotte, Raquel, and Liv versus winners of Tag Gauntlet. Oh yeah, that's happening. The Tag Gauntlet.
Oh my god.
I mean, we don't have to talk about that, but yes, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 women's matches at Mania, which like is not fantastic. I think it's better than last year though.
Is it?
I don't remember how many.
I don't remember how many.
Were last year. 40. I don't think it was that many.
We had the 6 women's tag match. We had Bayley and Io. We had Becky and Rhea. I think that's
there. You go.
That's pathetic.
Okay,
but
so
also
one more.
Karina saying Lyra and Bailey better not win. They're going to win, and that's why I'm so annoyed, because why is Lyra not defending the IC Women's title at WrestleMania? Why is
Why
Chelsea
is
not defending the US title? Why did you make these titles?
Mhm.
Like, WrestleMania is the perfect place. Even if you just gave them a 10-minute match, like, just come on.
Mhm.
Give me something. Like,
I
if you
think
just say you don't give a shit about women's wrestling at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if Chelsea has a match on the SmackDown before, fine. But I think Lyra should have had a match at WrestleMania. And like you guys
yeah.
know, I'm not really on the Lyra train, but she's the women's intercontinental champion.
Yeah, and she's gonna be in some tag match? Like, what?
But hold on though, because we're supposedly having a match removed with KO and Randy Orton.
Yeah, but they're gonna replace it with something because they're gonna have Randy at Mania somehow.
Well, but what if they replace it with a women's match?
They're not doing that, girl. You could dream. They're not
Can
doing
I let me be Delulu for once?
that. Oh
Oh,
my god.
Tyler said Chelsea versus Selena, period.
That is not WrestleMania worthy.
Period.
I'm so sorry. Nope. No.
It is for me. It is in my heart.
Oh my god.
But yes. Anyway, Naomi and Jade. I hope that it's going to be incredible. Do you think Bianca's going to get involved at any point?
I hope not. I hope not. I don't want her. I don't think this feud is so good. I don't think it needs Bianca. Bianca was like a nice little stepping stone to kind of get this feud really going, but my girl is doing her own thing and she's got enough on her plate, so I don't think she needs to. Maybe down the line they'll have her come back in. Yeah.
Okay. Well, the other thing that I really wanted to talk about was on NXT. It was announced that Stephanie Vaquer will. I can't even. Stephanie Vaquer. Vaquer. Let me roll my R's because I'm Mexican. Anyway, it was announced that she is going to be relinquishing the North American Championship. And what was the point? What was the point of her being a double champ then? We both had a feeling that she wasn't going to be defending both of them. I mean, which she did, but
she did.
Like that's way too much to be doing for one person. So I like that they're having her relinquish it. She's gonna stay the NXT Women's Champion, and we're gonna have a ladder match. No,
I think so.
Is it a ladder match or a gauntlet match?
Yeah, I think it's a ladder match.
Okay, well, love that. Who do you want to see winning that?
Who's in the match again?
I thought you knew. Let me look.
I would love, if they're in the match, I would love either Sol Ruka, because I think she should have been the first NXT North American Women's Champion still. Oh, Zara and Kalani are in it so far. Okay, well, I don't want either of them to win. So put Lash Legend and Sol Ruka in there and have one of them win. Because those are the two I wanted to be the inaugural North American Women's Champion.
What pay-per-view is it going to be at?
Girl, I have no idea.
Oh, a Stand and Deliver. That's what it is.
Right.
So why is it not showing everybody?
It's just two girls in it so far.
Oh, okay. So only far it's just Zarya and Kaylani.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well.
And I don't think either of them should win. So, Lash just lost her match against Zarya. That sucks.
Well, yeah. I don't know who else is going to be in it, but
Sol Ruka for the win.
Either her or I mean Fallon Henley, but like she was already the NXT Women's Champion, so I'm like, I don't know.
Nuh-uh, she was North American.
Oh, was she? For some reason, I thought she. Oh yeah, duh. Julia was the.
yeah.
Girl, sometimes I guess I'd be dreaming that Fallon Henley is gonna be the NXT Women's Champion.
Fallon Henley is in my dreams sometimes too, girl. Trust me, I get it.
She was on TNA.
Yeah, Fatal Influence.
Yeah, and Fatal Influence. They were on TNA, which love that. I love this crossover. It's
so cool.
It's just so amazing. It's just
except for that one girl.
Oh well, we don't have to talk about her.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, I think Sol Ruka, Fallon Henley. I saw that Roxanne lost her qualifying match to
Kalani,
but like, why isn't Roxanne on the main roster? I'm confused. What's going on?
What's going on? Like, they just completely dropped the Roxanne and Bailey feud.
Yeah.
They just completely dropped it, and now she's back in NXT, and she's like,
Yeah.
what? What's going on?
I thought we were gonna get Bailey and Roxanne at Mania, but I guess
I
not.
thought so too, and I would have loved that because that would
Me
have been
too.
another non-title match, and then have Liv and Raquel defend against somebody else. But it's like, I mean, honestly, I saw some people say this, and I kind of agree with it. If I was Roxanne, I probably wouldn't want to be on the main roster right now anyway, because it's not great. They're not doing, not a lot going on there.
There's a few shining things, but yeah, other than that, you're right.
Yeah.
I mean, there's matches on the Mania card that I don't think should be there. I don't think that Logan Paul and AJ Styles should be on the card. I don't think that Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest should be on the card.
Well, yeah,
Sorry.
why is that on the card? No one cares about that. Why is that on the card? And yet the women's mid-card titles are not. Like, what?
Yeah, I literally could not care less about Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre.
Does anyone here give a shit about that match? Does anyone in the comments care about that match? Let me know right now.
And like I said, it's nothing against them. It's just I have no invested interest. Where does Braun Breaker have a match? Who is he facing at WrestleMania?
I think he's going to, but I don't think it's like
we don't know who
yet. But LA, I want to talk about this. LA Knight,
my gosh,
is defending against Jacob Fatu, which is just like great. Glad he's defending at Mania. Random, like,
well, because like Braun Strowman had his match against LA Knight for the title. Jacob Fatu obviously has been feuding with Braun for all this time. So it's like, I get it, but I
don't want LA Knight to lose the title.
Fatal 4-way death. Jacob's taking
probably. Braun. Oh yeah, Braun versus Penta. That's what we think. I'm down for that. I'm down for that.
I'm down for that too.
That gives Finn and Dom something to do as well. So
yeah, but I mean, we'll talk about all our predictions next week. There's so much going on, and I think there's an AEW pay-per-view tonight, right?
There is,
or there's something going on tonight.
What's today?
Because
Sunday. Okay.
What? Hold on. Because someone said, "Oh, AEW Dynasty is on tonight."
That's tonight?
I guess that's what someone said in the comments earlier.
Holy shit! Where have I been? I didn't know that. Let's look at the card real quick. Let's talk about some AEW real quick because WWE pissing me off lately.
I know. I'm like, what's going on?
Like, can we be real? I'm not even that excited for WrestleMania. I'm like,
I think you're probably less excited because we're not actually going to WrestleMania. Like, I feel like if we were actually gonna like, really?
No, I'm glad that we're not spending like tens of thousands of dollars to sit in the nosebleeds. Like,
well, apparently the tickets are finally going down. So,
like, let me say this real quick because I'm probably gonna make a video on this later, so you guys get a little preview. This is gonna sound nasty. I was so happy to see that this is like going to be one of the lowest attended WrestleManias since. I was so happy to see that because that is exactly what WWE needs. They need to be humbled, okay? Because in this economy, with the stock market absolutely crashing, all right, housing prices, grocery prices skyrocketing, and we all know why. We're not going to say, but we all know why. They absolutely deserve to be humbled by it being a low, because how dare you? Like, honestly,
but that's TKO's fault. I 100% blame TKO for this.
Yeah, and how dare they? How dare you charge somebody $800 to sit in the nosebleeds? Go blank yourself, because I understand that a lot of wrestling fans have money. A lot of us don't. Okay, like a lot of us just don't. So how dare you? And I hope they get humbled. I hope they barely make a lot of money off this. So anyway,
like we're in another recession, y'all. Like, Lady Gaga is making, her old music. Kesha and T-Pain are having a song together. Like, we're back in the recession era.
Oh my god. All right, where is this here's the dynasty card. All right, let's look at this real quick.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the women's match. We got Mercedes Moné versus Julia Hart in the Owen
Oh, okay.
Hart Women's Tournament
Mm.
quarterfinals. Mercedes
Mm.
literally has not lost a match in, well, actually she did, but she didn't get pinned. She and Harley Cameron lost against Athena and Miss Julia Hart. A little tag match.
Mm-hmm.
And Harley Cameron
I
got
think
pinned.
Mercedes should lose this match though.
I think she should too. I love you, Mercedes, but like, how many championships do you have? You don't need to
Yeah, girl.
win the Owen Hart Women's Tournament. And also, Julia
No.
Hart, like, literally
I mean,
just
it
got
just makes
back.
sense.
Yeah, Julia just got back from an injury. So it's like, come on, let her have a little something. Let her have a little
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Also, what I think is going to happen here is that um Athena is going to come out, and I think she's going to cost Mercedes the match.
Mm.
And I hope she does. I want to see Julia get a little something. We also have Timeless Tony Storm versus Megan Bayne for the AEW Women's World Title.
Who's Megan Bayne? Tell me about her.
She doesn't really like talk.
Huh.
She's just kind of like,
Let me look at her.
I mean, she's you know what I'm saying, but like,
Huh?
she's very beautiful
Megan.
woman. Looks like a Greek goddess, but there's just
Oh my
not
gosh.
right. There's just not a lot of like character there, in my
Hold up.
opinion.
Is she one of the muses? Cause period.
Like, I don't know. Maybe you guys could tell me, because I know she just kind of recently got signed to AEW, and I'm not like
Mm-hmm.
super familiar with her. But like, I don't know. I just don't really think like, has she even cut a promo? Has she like gotten a mic and said it? Because I have yet to hear this woman talk. Maybe that's just me. I don't know.
Interesting.
But she's very good in the
Oh.
ring, and I'm excited for.
PJ said she's
Literally.
like if the Greek goddess Athena said, "F it, I'm a wrestle."
No, literally.
Period. Love that.
Tony's gonna win, of course, because Timeless Tony Storm always prevails. But this will be a nice little showing for Megan. And okay, so she hasn't spoken, Trey. Okay, so I'm not tripping. Like,
Interesting.
let's talk about this real quick.
Mysterious.
Let's talk about this real quick. On AEW Dynasty 0 Hour, which for those who don't know is AEW's the name of their pre-show, the best wrestler alive, Max Caster, will be having an open challenge.
Oh Lord. That's why it's on the pre-show.
That's exactly what I commented on him. I said this is exactly why it's on the pre-show. I'm so glad they got Anthony Bowens away from him, because like, that man, I don't know what he's doing, but he's just somehow still employed. What else do we have on this card? We have Jon Moxley and Swerve Strickland for the AEW World Title.
Bro,
Please have Swerve win.
Can we talk about Jon Moxley really quick? This
Yeah.
man has a death wish. He has a death wish, and I feel so bad for Renee. She has to put up with this nonsense of him having that spiked thing in his back.
That was
and
so
like,
stupid. I don't know why
my
people ate that
goodness.
up. That was dumb. Like, I watched, or like, did you see that video? This is when Penta was still in AEW, when he like smashed the chopsticks or whatever they were in a Jon Moxley head, and then he dead ass looked like a rooster. Like, and people were like, "This is so awesome," and I'm like,
yeah, they're like,
I love AEW, but like, this is not awesome, guys. This is cringe. This is stupid. Like, this is embarrassing.
And listen though, there was a time when this was the norm, and wrestling was more performative, more circus-y, more over the top. But like, I like seeing them as real athletes now, and like giving them that respect. And obviously, like, Mick Foley will always be one of the greatest. And obviously, he was known. By the way, speaking of, shout out to Mick. This man was in a car accident, like a very bad one, and like came out without a scratch, and literally took a picture in front of his totaled car, just like. I'm
wild.
like, sir. Anyway, but I just don't think we're in that era anymore, babes, and I'm not here for it.
Yeah, I just thought it was dumb. Like, if you guys like that type of thing, that's great, awesome. Not dogging on you for it. I just thought it was really, because he was like this stupid face with like this rooster. It was dumb. It was really dumb. But I don't know if you know. I'm sure you're not aware because you don't watch AEW. But Jon Moxley's current run has been absolutely horrible,
Mm.
like embarrassingly bad. So
Wasn't he having a feud with Edge? Oh,
you
sorry,
mean
Cope.
you mean Cope?
Yeah, sorry, Cope.
I don't know, girl. They're just kind of like doing whatever over
Mm.
there. Prayers that Swerve wins, and we are finally
Yeah.
freed from this. What else do we have?
I love that
Kenny.
he just like went over there and popped off after being in a hit row. Like I love
Yeah, I
that for
know,
him.
I know. As he should, as he should.
Mhm.
Kenny Omega is defending the AEW International Championship against who is this? Speedball Bailey. Do you know who that is?
I have no
Okay,
clue. That sounds like a
no,
circus performer.
no idea who that is. And Ricochet.
Okay, period. So obviously I'm rooting for Ricochet.
I'm rooting for Kenny just because he's the best wrestler in that match.
Ricochet
So.
and Samantha got married.
I did see
Did
that.
you see their
Snaps.
photos?
Yeah, that was cute.
They're so beautiful.
I don't really care about any of these other matches, so yeah.
Oh, really quickly though, let's talk about OVW for a second. Because
Okay.
did you see our girl J Rod lost her title?
No, I didn't. That sucks.
Yes, she lost it to Sophia Rose, the one that I talked about before, the one
Yeah.
who like Mick was doing promos with. Lost it to her, which honestly, shout out to her because like I watched parts of the match and it looked like she killed it. And I think she's gonna be fantastic. Obviously, J Rod is like doing a bunch of stuff. She's gonna
Yeah.
be in Vegas doing like at least one or two shows. I don't know how many she's doing, but so hopefully we'll see her there. But I'm sad she's not the OVW Women's Champion anymore. And also Hollywood Haley J. She recently took a picture with Enzo Amore, and I was
Oh.
like, "What is going on here?" It's just the most random picture I've ever seen.
Girl, I was at work the other night and we had AEW on one of the TVs and I dead ass, my boss comes out and he's like, "Man, check out Big Cass." And I was like, "Huh, bro? Bro knows AEW? What? Bro knows AEW." So we just sat there
That's
and
so
had a little
funny.
chit chat about AEW. It was hilarious.
Yeah. Do you really quick sidebar? Do you miss Enzo and Cass?
No. No.
Listen,
Hey Nate, if you miss them, girl, go watch AEW. They're there.
no, but like it's not the same. You know what I mean? Like I was in the cup of haters. I had the certified G like drawstring backpack. Like I was in it.
Oh my god.
Oh, how times have changed.
I know.
But also I want this. Tyler brought up Izzy Moreno got a WWE ID opportunity. Shout out to
Crazy.
Izzy. We're one step closer to her and Bailey at Mania. We're one step
That would
closer,
be
guys.
insane. That should be like Bailey's
WrestleMania
retirement.
42.
That should be like Bailey's retirement match,
Oh,
honestly.
well, that not better not be for a
Not
few years
WrestleMania
then.
42. No. Oh my god, no.
But I can't wait for that match. I think it's gonna be so good, and it has to be heel Bailey, and
Yeah.
just either that or like them tagging and Bailey being in her hugger era again.
That would be crazy.
I just want it. I just want it.
What are your feelings on because we didn't talk about this at all this episode on the triple threat for the Women's World Championship, WrestleMania?
I mean, I feel bad for Io. I feel like she's kind of
Yeah.
being ignored in this whole situation because Rhea and Bianca just keep shoving her out of the way. But like, she's the champion.
I know.
Like, what was the reason for making her the champion going into Mania if they were just going to treat her like this?
My girl Bianca tried. She tried. She sat down. She said, "Io, I have nothing but respect for you." And then Rhea want to come out.
But then Bianca hit her again and shoved her out of the way.
Well, Bianca is the greatest of all time. So I just, my girl's going to do what she's got to do. So,
Well, listen, for me, I don't know. Maybe other people feel like the winner is really predictable. To me, it's not. I feel like it could literally go any of the three ways.
As long as it goes this way.
Okay. Io could retain. They could give it back to Rhea. They could give it to Bianca and move Bianca over to Raw. But again, with Montez Ford being champion over on SmackDown, I just don't see that happening. So
the only thing they should not do in this instance is give the title back to Rhea.
Oh, I was going to say have Bianca eat the pin.
That too. Like Rhea needs to lose. Rhea needs to take the pin. If they want to have Io retain, great. Just don't pin my girl. Have Bianca roll out of have Io you know what they could do is they could have Bianca KOD Rhea, right? Io throws Bianca out and pins Rhea. I'd be chill with that.
Oh my gosh, I'd scream. I'd
be chill
scream.
because that protects my girl. Io's still the champion, and Rhea takes the pin. I mean, what? It's perfection.
I mean, listen, I think Io should win this match, and I think she should be at the top of the freaking mountain.
Well, no.
Hey, girl, that's because you love Bianca and you just want her to be at the top all the time.
Because
she's
the greatest of all time, period.
Okay, but other people need to shine, babe.
Okay, you want to say that, but like, when's the last time Bianca even tried for a singles title?
Because she was doing tag stuff with Jade.
Exactly. So everyone wants to say, "Oh, Bianca's always hogging the title." No.
Bianca's like 4-0 at Mania. She's at the top.
No, because she stayed away from that singles title picture and gave all these women a chance to shine. Io was champion walking into WrestleMania. So,
and she doing it again.
Y'all want to say that Bianca's a title hog? No, she's not. I
don't think she's a title hog. I've never felt that way. But what is her record? Is she 3-0 or 4-0?
4.
Okay, so she's 4-0 at WrestleMania.
Singles 3, but tag.
Oh, okay. Well,
the 4.
Fine. 3-0.
I think, right? Sasha. Yeah, Sasha. Sorry, Mercedes. Don't get mad at me, Mercedes.
She was Sasha then.
Yeah, Mercedes, Becky, Asuka. This is exactly. Yeah. Oh, not that. This is exactly why. I'm Bianca is a reliable champion. Every title reign she's had has been honestly pretty decent, and we can't say the same for Io and Rhea. So, guessing. And Cap will keep wanting to say that Io's gonna stack pin. Yeah, that's not happening. Io's not good enough for that. Calm down.
Not good enough
to pin and stack Rhea and Bianca.
No, I mean to stack them both. No, but Io, I don't know.
To win the match, yes.
Io is so freaking good. She's so freaking good.
One of the best in the world.
Truly, genuinely, I think if we look at the grand scheme, she's 100% in top 10. She's arguably top 5. I was gonna say arguably top 5.
Yeah. So the only person that shouldn't win this match is Rhea. I just get tired of people dogpiling on my girl because my girl ain't do nothing.
Well, someone that I'm upset does not have anything in WrestleMania is Alexa Bliss. She just came back and she's got nothing.
Oh well.
You are so rude.
Well, it's yeah. She'll be fine.
Whatever. But also, and really quick, Natty, even though she doesn't have a WrestleMania match, she has a GCW match. I think either the Thursday or the Friday before Mania. I want to say. I don't remember what day it is, but did you see her promo for that though?
Nope.
Oh, well, basically, her head is underneath a towel the whole time, which I don't love. But I think she's in her her serious era of I'm tired of people discrediting me or disregarding me. And I'm period, Natty. Period. Yeah, because people do. People forget about her. And I'm how? She has literally trained most of your faves. I'm just saying.
Yeah, honestly.
Junior is on board with me. Where is Alexa Bliss? I mean, she's with her child and her husband, but that's besides the point.
She can have a good ass snack
being
in the
a parent
catering section.
Sorry, that's not what I meant to click on. Name one Italian match that was fire. When her and Rhea had their redo match after Night of Champions.
That's exactly the one I was thinking of. Yeah, that was really good.
And I thought of that quickly. I could probably come up with more if you really wanted me to, but I don't need to because she has had fire matches.
I really liked her match with Becky. I think it was for the NXT Women's title. People don't really talk about that. I like that match.
Yeah. I liked her
was good.
match with Lola Vice too. I mean, I know a lot of people didn't like that match, but I did.
It was eh.
And then, I mean, if we want to go like farther back, I don't really remember her match with Ronda. Was it good?
For the SmackDown Women's title? Not really.
Yeah,
it was
really.
like, it wasn't like bad. I think it was just like forgettable, which is exactly why we can't remember it right now.
Well, that's because Ronda was in it.
Yeah, on God.
On God. But yeah, I mean, I think that's everything that we need to talk about for the road to WrestleMania this week. We'll obviously talk about more of it next week. We'll talk about all the men's matches next week. We're going to be doing our predictions. That is there anything else you want to talk about really quick before we head out?
I just want to give a shout out to my Philly boys for beating the Dodgers and handing them their first series loss. That shit was so fire. I know you guys saw that, and this is our year, and it's so unrelated, but just shout out, man.
Girl, bye.
Shout out, man. We're so back, baseball.
I can't with you. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. I know we covered a lot of stuff today, and
we did.
But it was good. It was good to be back. I missed you. I missed you guys. The chat was so good today, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you for like always sticking with us, even when we need to take breaks and stuff. Like, you guys are real ones, always sending us messages like, hey, hope you guys are doing okay, and all that good stuff. So like I said before, make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure to follow us on TikTok and Instagram. We'll be posting probably, I mean, a decent amount of content when we're at WrestleMania in Vegas.
Yeah.
Who knows? We might be too busy to be like posting stuff. We'll see.
I won't
we'll
be.
see what happens.
We'll be posting.
Okay. So make sure that you guys are following for that. Maddie and I already have a couple things planned, but I have some things planned that I haven't told her yet. So.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh, Anthony said W podcast. Love you. So we will see you guys. We are cooking content.
Yes, we are. Okay,
right,
my AirPods are about to die.
All right. Thank you guys so much, and we will see you next Sunday. Bye.
Maxcaster sucks.